Welcome back to the West Ham fans Premier League Roundup, and it's on a Monday again. I can't keep waiting for the Monday night football to finish to do this on a Tuesday. So we're going to carry on. And usually we don't talk about West Ham on this channel. No, we do talk about West Ham on this channel. We don't talk about West Ham on this series. But I have to respond to a video that I've seen today. Now, nothing against the guy. It's Gonzo from Hammers Chat. Great channel, popular West Ham channel. There's some great people on there, and they've done a great job for so many years now. But I have to respond to not necessarily him, but the general consensus of what the video was about. Gonzo made a video on Hammers Chat about Pablo Fornals, and that the flair has been coached out of him. And I want to say something, yeah. I am a big critic of Pablo Fornals. I've always said, off the ball, fantastic. Off the ball, he's borderline perfect. On the ball, Jesus Christ. Now, I've always said this, it's always because he's on the wing. Left wing, left wing, left wing. Okay. If it's always because he's on the left wing, if you're that much of an intelligent passer, as everyone says, as the Jack Eldertons on Twitter, the Dan Wooferdons on Twitter, these people on Twitter that love to talk about Pablo Fornals, the passes he does, and all the, okay, let's get into this. If you're that much of an intelligent footballer, and you're playing out of position, you would still create stuff out of position. Like, if I told Ilkay Gundogan, and I'm saying Ilkay Gundogan, not only just because of his performance yesterday, but because of these are intelligent midfielders that are actually intelligent midfielders. If I told him to play left wing, he would naturally, probably in his brain, come inside and still find a pass. Like, he would still naturally put some passes together, still link up with his players. Now, Pablo Fornals has done that occasionally before. Look at the third goal against Lyon last year with the ball to Bowen, which was a decent ball. And now, occasionally, he puts a pass together and everyone hypes up that pass. Like, oh, he does that all the time. No, he does an occasional through ball and he can't pass 5 yards. Now, do I agree that he should be playing in the middle? Yes. But you know when people say they love Fornals, they love him because of him as a person, not because of him as a player. He's the everywhere we go guy, the West Ham are massive, that when he was singing that, he's the guy who cries after scoring a scorpion kick. Oh, don't get me started on crying after scoring a scorpion kick, lad. You got dropped for a few games because you haven't deserved to play over Said Benrahma, who, yeah, is inconsistent, but could do a better job than you. And you're not going to play over Lucas Paqueta. You should probably play over Thomas Souček in a 4-3-3. I agree. But I don't think he would have made much of a difference of getting us up the table. And if Fornals was to leave, I would appreciate him for everything he's done on being a part of a European team that got us up there. Same with Issa Diop. Same with Balbuena. It would have been the same with Lingard. We'll move on. But everyone likes him because of who he is rather than what he does. And you have an emotional attachment to him. Now, there's games like Liverpool away this season where I get the setup was wrong, but the guy in the first 9 minutes kept passing it to the Liverpool player like he was wearing a red shirt. Derby County away, where for some reason he got man of the match. He did fuck all. The guy cannot pass a ball. Cannot pass a ball. Short range. Long range, I'll give it to him. You can ping a ball. You can do a long through ball. But enough. I didn't watch the game yesterday, so I can't chat about his performance yesterday. But if you're going to keep criticising him, I love Fornals, but how about this? Facts don't care about feelings, yeah? You have to be ruthless. If we want to move to the next level and be up there all the time for European places, players like Fornals need to go. Players like Souček need to go. Players like Soufal, who people like because of who he is, needs to go. He can't keep a balance anymore of being good defensively and being good attacking wise. He's another player that needs to go. There's so many more I could go through. Why? I don't want to see another rumour of Cresswell getting a new contract. And I'm getting off topic. But that's my opinion. We're going to move on. This is the Premier League roundup. Who's getting relegated? Is it Leicester? Is it Leeds? Is it Everton? Now, West Ham are out of it. If we was to lose both games and Leeds was to win both games, then we would be on the same points as them, but by goal difference, we would still be fine. The only difference that it would make of us getting relegated Leicester would have to win all of their games. We've got Leeds and Leicester, so we can have that in our own hands. And David Moyes is clearly not that worried about relegation because we played a second team as I wanted to. I agreed with the team yesterday, and we'll see how this relegation battle goes. But as much as I wanted Everton to go, I think they'll survive. They're the most organised out of the other teams. Forest, Leicester, Leeds, and Everton. It will probably be Everton and Forest. It'll probably be the way it is right now because Leicester's games are fucked. I think they've got Newcastle. I think they've got Liverpool tonight. We'll see how they do. But they've also got Newcastle. They've got us. They'll probably beat us. But I've not looked at the table for a bit. But I think if Leeds if Leeds lose next week and Everton and Forest win next week, I'm pretty sure that Leeds and Leicester are down. I could be wrong though. But Leeds have not done enough. You gave Sam Allardyce 4 games. Now Sam Allardyce looks like he's still made Leeds a better team slightly. Like, draw to Newcastle, you sort of fight. But at the same time, it's only 4 games. It's only 4 games, and you can't be missing penalties and like in a relegation battle. You know what I mean? You got to give it to like Rodrigo. Why is Bamford taking a penalty? And Junior Firpo, that was shocking. That was a shocking performance. Why is your hand up there pretending to get a foul? You should know as a defender by now in modern day football in the Premier League, you can't have your hand up here. Because if it touches your hand, it will get a penalty. And he was terrible. He deserved to get red carded ages ago. Like, for taking out, I think it was Trippier. And there was a couple of fouls in the first half. He should have been second yellowed a long time ago. So he won't play against us. Leicester have not done enough. Beaten by Fulham. 5-3 it was. And I don't know. I do feel like that you've left it too long. And what Rodgers did was he left out players like Tielemans, who rumoured to be a mercenary, can't say for sure, rumoured to be like doesn't care, and because he's running out his contract, and all the big players are, dilly-dallying, etc. I don't really see much fight from Leicester. And bringing in Dean Smith was such a weird appointment. Sacking Rodgers, fair enough, but you got to bring a defensive manager if your concern is leaking goals. But yeah, it'll probably be Leicester Leeds. But yeah, let's move on. Julian Nagelsmann has rejected Tottenham Hotspur. I didn't think the Nagelsmann to Tottenham thing would happen. Genuinely, not just because I'm a West Ham fan, but because of Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy has not backed Conte, Mourinho, and Pochettino. And whatever the fuck Nuno was. Not sure. So why would Nagelsmann go to Tottenham if Levy is not going to back him? Surely managers are now looking at the Tottenham job and they'll be like, am I gonna get the players that I want? Am I gonna get the players for the right profiles that I want to play with my style of football? Am I gonna be able to move out Eric Dyer, who's apparently gonna get a new contract? Am I gonna keep Harry Kane, who might leave? I think personally Harry Kane will stay because I don't think anyone's gonna pay the money unless Man United do with the Qataris. Other than that, I don't think anyone's paying the money for a striker that age. Not that he's not good enough. Obviously, he's good enough. But for that age, for that amount of money, I don't know who's going to invest in that unless they think they're going to win a league title. I don't see many suitors, so I think Harry Kane will leave. Harry Kane will stay. Sorry. I think he'll sign a new deal. I think he'll retire at Tottenham. And Yeah, because I can't see any more suitors for him. I wouldn't rule it out. But with the Nagelsmann thing, I don't know who's going to go to Tottenham now. They're linked with Arne Slot, who just won the league with Feyenoord. They are linked with Xabi Alonso, who's just moved to Leverkusen. Obviously, Company signed a new deal at Burnley. He had talks with Chelsea and Tottenham. I don't know who's going to be manager of Tottenham. I have no clue. Maybe Ryan Mason will get the full job. He's already more tactically flexible than Antonio Conte, who refused to be tactically flexible, but Ryan Mason will get it for sentimental reasons if he gets the job, not because he's actually good enough. Obviously, Ryan Mason probably thinks he's good enough, but sure, whatever. I don't know who's going to get the job. I have no idea. I think Daniel Levy's banking on that Mason wins a few games so he can give him the full-time job. But really, Tottenham should be getting in a manager that, like what Man United did with Ten Hag, the season hasn't ended, but get the manager in, let him oversee the games, and let him plan straight away. If it goes to the end of the season and Tottenham still haven't announced their manager, it's a bit of a problem due to his preparation of pre-season, who he wants in and who he wants out. It's going to be long for him, and especially with international football in the summer, which is done. Chelsea have officially got Pochettino. Well, I say officially, the contracts have been signed. There's no announcement yet from the time that I'm recording. But there'll probably be an announcement soon. Another thing that's kind of a bit fishy for Tottenham fans. Are they angry? Are they not? It probably hurts them. But I don't know. It is what it is. I think if Pochettino's given time, he could do a good job. Whether he wins trophies will be another thing. But being at Tottenham, you're never backed by the owner to win any sort of trophy at the club. So we'll see, innit? We'll see. But that will be the end of the video, guys. If you guys did like the video, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. Social medias are in the description. You want to follow me, and an email for any inquiries, and I'll see you guys later.